Problem Solved is supported by ACAM, a property management company serving the New York metro area and South Florida since 1983. Focusing exclusively on third-party property management, ACAM delivers a wide range of services, including capital project management, compliance, energy management, staff hospitality training, and industry-leading technology. To learn how ACAM can service your building, visit acam.com today.
Welcome to Problem Solved, Habitat Magazine's ongoing series about challenges facing New York City co-op and condo boards and how their professionals help them overcome those challenges. I'm Bill Morris. With me today is Spencer Kraus, Vice President of Fred Smith Plumbing and Heating. And thank you for joining us, Spencer.
Thank you, Bill.
Good to see you again. Now, this is a sort of an unsightly problem, but a lot of people in New York City turn on their tap water and brown water comes out. Is that a common problem that you see in your practice?
It is a common problem. A lot of co-op and condominiums call us with brown water issues, especially right after a shutdown. It's not sewage. There are reservoirs which provide water to all the buildings. Reservoirs are located very far away, and they have to use old plumbing pipes to get water to your building. So as the water flows from the reservoirs, they pick up small particles and sediment and iron on the way. When they get to the building, those small particles are suspended in the water, and they then go into the building's system. They are found in the cold water mains, and then when they go to the heating systems and the hot water systems, they expand and they rust and they show up as brown water in the hot water system.
What's the first step that you take as a plumber when you get a call like this? What do you do?
Typically, the first thing we do is we send a supervisor out there to take a look at the brown water. We'll put sometimes a small cartridge filter on the main water line in the basement. You take a water sample, you screw on a filter, and you let the water run for maybe an hour. And by the end of that hour, the filter has turned brown. The solution is a large depth filtration device at the building water main in the basement. We've installed these depth filters in almost about 200 buildings. If they are properly maintained, we've had an almost 100% success rate when it comes to clearing the brown water issues that we've faced.
Tell me about the cost of these depth filters, Spencer. Surely it depends on the size of the building, but what's the range?
We size these depth filtration devices on a system demand. So a smaller co-op doesn't have that many gallons per minute use, maybe one large tank. A very large building with 400 units, you might have 3, 4, maybe even 5 of these depth filtration devices. So the range of the cost could be $8,000. It could go up to $40,000, depending on your system's demand.
Well, now, once the filters are in place, are they having a continuing healthy effect on the water circulating throughout the building?
Yes, and here's what happens. Your water comes in the main. It's not like the water that is coming into the building is bad to drink. It's just full of these iron particles that can negatively affect the building systems. It goes to your boilers, it goes to your hot water heating, it goes to your HVAC systems, your pumps, all the way up to your roof tank, most likely to your fire suppression system and all the system components there. All those particles, all the little sediment, all the little iron, whether it's the hot water or the cold water, will wear and tear on the system. And that's very important to know. The water comes in, goes through our depth filtration devices, and it filters out 99.9% of all of the iron and sediment in the water.
So the upfront investment that a co-op or a condo board is going to make, up to $40,000 or so, will, in a sense, pay for itself over time in terms of reduced maintenance and breakdowns of the whole building's system.
And it's not just mechanical parts in the basement after you install a depth filter. The roof tank sludge up there that you find when you drain the roof tank is not going to be as bad. When you do a shutdown, a lot of the times co-op and condominiums have problems with their flushometers or the shower bodies in the individual apartments. But if you have a depth filter on the main, the chances of you having a particle that's keeping the flushometer open, or particles jamming up your shower body and making it so your cartridge needs to be cleaned out and repaired, is lower. You actually have cost savings much later on that can eventually pay and make up for that initial investment in the depth filtration system.
So the holistic solution is the right solution.
I would say one of the solutions, if you don't have a depth filtration system, just run the water and flush the lines. And the problem with that is that you're opening up the hot water system in the basement, you're dumping the brown water and flushing it until the water clears up, but then you're wasting energy. That water has been heated already, so you're dumping hot water down the drain. It's a waste of water, it's a waste of energy. That's kind of closing the barn doors after the animals have already ran out. You want to put a depth filtration system right on the water main as it enters the building.
All right. Well, thank you, Spencer. That's very informative. I'm glad I don't have any brown water. Okay.